Hello and welcome to Pastor's DIY Tech and Talk. I am Carlos Young. Thank you for joining us today. Today we will be continuing this rig build, which we have been talking about for the last couple of weeks with this Sony ZVE10, which have up to 4K recording capabilities. And the reason I chose the Sony camera is because Sony is one of the companies that allow you to do limitless recording on their cameras. A lot of camera companies only allow you to record up to 30 minutes of content, but this Sony ZVE10 allows you to record as long as your SD card has memory and space for you to record. So today we're going to put together this rig. We're outside, so please excuse the wind and the birds. We decided to come outside to do this rig build. We have parts by NICEYRIG, which will be using their shoulder pad as well as their hand grips. We will be using the ULANZI claw for our quick release mounting, as well as this base plate by SMALLRIG. We also have this SMALLRIG handle for the camera that will attach to this camera top. So if you're doing something down low, you can hold the camera by the handle to get good pictures and video of kids or your pets or what have you. But I'm waiting on the attachment piece to come in before we attach this to the camera. All right, we're not sponsored by any of these suppliers. We're just building this personal rig for educational purposes, and hopefully someone will be inspired to do something as you evolve in your content creation and other things that you like to do. So first of all, we're going to take this base plate and sit it out here because that's one of the first pieces that we're going to use. And then we're going to take this ULANZI quick release, and we're going to take and mount the base plate to the camera. So this camera will be mounted to the cage using these 1/4 inch slots that we can apply these accessories to. So we're going to find the one in the middle here, and we're going to take and we're going to screw down this plate to the camera. There are other brands. I have a newer brand, which is the name of the brand is called Newer, that I was using prior to this ULANZI. But I heard the ULANZIs are much better, and especially for getting up under your camera to your battery port and SD card. They give you enough space and room, so you won't have to be removing it every time you want to get to your SD card. And it simply attaches to the base. Just press it down, and then you press it for a quick release. So once you get this part connected to the camera using this thumb tightener, you will then take the other part of the base plate and you will attach it there. And also this is attached by a 1/4 inch screw. So we're going to take this and we're going to attach this to the base plate. Most of your SMALLRIG accessories come with a Allen wrench and some screws, so you'll be able to attach the accessories to each other. So I think we got that quite centered. Now the base plate has holes on both sides, so the next thing we would do is take the base plate by SMALLRIG, and we will take these 18-inch rails and put them on each side to hold the base plate, which will hold the camera. I had some 12-inch base plates, some 12-inch rails, but because of the length of my arms, I decided to send a 12-inch back and get the 18-inch. So you can tighten them down again with the screws provided on the side with your thumbs. All you have to do is really give it a nice snug hand tighten, and then you have this base plate along with the camera mount attached to these rails. Now from time to time you will have to take and make sure that the rails are evenly distributed on both sides. So once you do that, you have your first part of this rig done. So you have the 18-inch rails, 15 millimeter by Movo, and then you have the base plate here by SMALLRIG, as well as the camera mount by ULANZI. So the next thing we're going to do is put on the shoulder rest, and this shoulder rest is by NICEYRIG. We're going to simply take, there again you have the two clamps here on this block, on this rail block, and you're going to take and put both rails inside of the rail block. I'm going to stop mine at the very end, and there again you have these thumb tighteners. I'm going to tighten them down. I'm going to take and adjust this side because it's a little bit out of sync. So now it's in sync. So I'm going to tighten it up here at the base plate, and then we're going to tighten it up here at the shoulder rest. So now you have the shoulder rest, the base plate, the camera mount, and you have your two 18-inch rails. Also, we were provided with some grips by NICEYRIG. They have these little strings on the front to give you a little extra grip if you need it. So this came with a 12-inch bar that we will attach these handles to. So there again, you would take the rail block and you would take and stick the rails onto the rail block, or the rail block onto the rails, and then you would use this screw up front to tighten it down. Okay, just a little hand tighten, and then you would take this 12-inch and try to center it up on your mount, and you would, there again, you would tighten it down. Let's go in the right direction. Once you start going in the right direction, you can tighten it down. Okay, so we got this tight, and again, hopefully it is centered. Then you take the handles and you place them on each side of the rail. Now, depending on how you want to record, you can have these here, or you can angle them for whatever it is you're trying to do, or whatever is comfortable for your arms. So I'm gonna move these in about an inch or so, or half an inch or so, and I'm gonna tighten these down. Now you wouldn't really use this this rig inside the studio. You'll use this particular rig out in the field. If you was outside trying to record an event outside, then you will use this rig outside, or if you are into certain type of content creation, you will use a rig like this here for motion, to record your video footage. And once you have put on the bars and got them how you want them or like them, they are adjustable, so that's the good thing about it. Even if you want to have them out, you can push them out and then lock them in place. So I'm gonna get this straight. And then lastly, you take your camera, which you have already put together with your mount, and then you want to put on your lens. The lens that I use, my lens of preference is the Sigma 16 1.4 that I use with my ZVE. Okay, and then you simply take your camera and you place it on that ULANZI mount that you applied earlier, and there you have your camera rig. It's simple as that. And so your camera rig, you are able to put it on your shoulder. You also have access still to your small window, so you can see what you're recording or taking pictures of out in the field. Also, as I told you on one of the shorts, you have these 3/8 and 4/4 accessory brackets that are mounts where you can mount accessories on the side of your cameras. I have a battery holder that I brought, for example, that you can put on a hot shoot, because I'm not using this hot shoot or a cold shoot. It depends on what type of work you're doing. And right here on top, you can set a battery, and a battery will simply go into your port on the side and allow you to charge your battery if necessary while you are filming. If you don't need a battery, you can also put a light up here, or you can mount the light on one of these side brackets or mounts on the side of your camera cage, and that's what they are for. And again, I told you we have the handle as well that you can mount. So not only can you mount them there, you can mount some to the front of this here rail block, as well on the shoulder pad. They have places where you can add accessories as well to your camera rig. And so this is the camera rig. I hope you have been inspired today. Please subscribe and continue to follow our page as we give you more information, tips, and talks about your content creation.